Hello and welcome to this special program marking the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day. As every year on December 1st, the Kingdom of Bahrain celebrates Bahraini Women's Day at the initiative of the Kingdom of Bahrain's First Lady, wife of His Majesty the King and Chairwoman of the Supreme Council for Women, Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, to honor the achievements and valuable insights and contributions made by Bahraini women towards the development and progress of the Kingdom of Bahrain. The slogan for Bahraini Women's Day, I read, learned, participated, has been chosen to embody an important aspect of the role of women in building the modern renaissance of Bahrain and their continuous contributions to crystallizing aspects of Bahraini women's full partnership in the national development process, and to show the growing sequence of the responsible and progressive role of Bahraini women that commenced from the incipient convictions of the generations of pioneers, from the convictions of the generation of pioneers who read and learned. Today, Bahraini Women's Partnership continues based on such enthusiasm and determination so that Bahrain will always be a symbol of development. Stay tuned for a special coverage. We will be back right after this.
Since the establishment of the Supreme Council for Women in 2001, it has been laying the foundations for building the organizational structure for women's needs and rights so that it can proceed with steady steps towards a society that believes in women's ability to participate in the development and progress of their country in all fields. The great efforts led by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King, President of the Supreme Council for Women, and her distinguished role in dealing with women's affairs, empowering them and ensuring their progress in various economic, social, professional and political fields which worked under the umbrella of the Comprehensive Development Project of His Majesty the King, have all clearly contributed to bringing about a qualitative shift in the participation of Bahraini women in all fields. Bahraini women have provided the most wonderful examples in the path of national work and have achieved several exceptional successes that embody their true contribution to the country's advancement, as they're one of the pillars of comprehensive development witnessed by the Kingdom of Bahrain. In light of all these achievements, an idea emerged that touched the sky in 2008. It was an idea chosen by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, to express her appreciation for Bahraini women and her pride in what they have achieved in all fields in service of their country and society. This is to allocate a day to celebrate Bahraini Women's Day and consider it a national day in which society shares with Bahraini women their achievements in every field and celebrates their progress and full participation in the national development process under the slogan, I read, I learned, I participated. This slogan summarizes an ongoing story whose heroine is the Bahraini woman who has progressed since the generation of pioneers who read and learned, so that her partnership continues today based on that enthusiasm and determination, so that Bahrain will always be a symbol of continuous development. The Supreme Council for Women has worked to provide fertile ground rich with initiatives, legislation, programs and strategies supporting the developmental participation of Bahraini women, and today it is reaping the fruits of all this by achieving several goals, including always crowning Bahraini women in the highest positions as a fundamental pillar for anticipating the future of women in all fields and sectors, in addition to calling on all national bodies to cooperate to create a sustainable future for Bahraini women in line with the economic vision of the Kingdom of Bahrain.
Welcome back. Officially announced in 2008 by the Kingdom of Bahrain's First Lady, wife of His Majesty the King and Chairwoman of the Supreme Council for Women, Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa. Bahraini Women's Day is a remarkable national occasion that is annually celebrated across the kingdom on 1st of December to commemorate the outstanding achievements and remarkable contributions of Bahraini women to the comprehensive development of Bahrain. This year, the event coincides with the Silver Jubilee of His Majesty's accession and is held under the theme Women Worthy Partner in Nation Building, a theme which was also embraced by the National Strategy for the Advancement of Bahraini Women endorsed by His Majesty the King in 2005. To know more about this special occasion, we are pleased to be joined on the phone by SCW's member and former Bahraini ambassador to Belgium, the European Union and the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, Dr. Bahia AlJishi. Hello, Dr. Bahia. This year, the event coincides with the Silver Jubilee of His Majesty's accession and is held under the theme Women Worthy Partner in Nation Building. Can you tell us more about the significance of this year's theme?
I would like to start by extending my heartfelt congratulations and greetings to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and to His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister, and to Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King and the President of the Supreme Council for Women, on this momentous event, which coincides with the Silver Jubilee of His Majesty's accession to the throne. The two occasions go hand by hand, reflecting His Majesty's sincere will to look at women's full and active participation as an essential part of His Majesty's reforms. The motto of this year, Women Worthy Partner in Building the Nation, comes as a genuine expression of this royal vision, which looks at women as worthy citizens in the heart of development. This theme, which was chosen by the Supreme Council for Women, reflects His Majesty's vision and highlights the extent of women's achievements in all aspects of life, which makes the woman worthy of their partnership. The celebrations of Women's Day in previous years were held to highlight women's achievements in certain sectors. However, this year, the theme was chosen to point out the ability and participation of women in all aspects of development to reflect their partnership in building a bright future for a society established on justice to embrace all its members. We are thankful for what we have achieved and for fulfilling our dreams of a society built on equal citizenship for everyone. The patronage of His Majesty to the event is a good example of his belief in women, and without this support, we wouldn't have reached where we are today. Thanks to the advanced vision of His Majesty the King and to the efforts and support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and thanks and appreciation to our courageous, determined and visionary role model, Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King and the President of the Supreme Council for Women, from whom we derive strength and determination to continue in this path to fulfill our aspirations and ambitions. May God preserve our leadership and bless our beloved country with prosperity, stability, and security, and many happy returns.
Thank you very much for having me. Today is a joyous day celebrating Bahraini Women's Day, and on the year of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's Jubilee. I think it is a celebration of women in all fields, and nowhere have we felt this more than in the sports field. As a member of the Bahraini Supreme Council for Women, headed by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, we have felt that encouragement at the very top level. And speaking on behalf of women in sport, I think that we are thankful for all the opportunities that are available for us, for our daughters, and seeing the improvement that we have seen as in terms of access to sports facilities, in terms of medals that our team have achieved in different sports, and in terms of general awareness on the importance of sports and physical activity for girls and women in Bahrain. We are thankful for all the encouragement and the royal support that we have received, both from His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim with the Supreme Council for Women, and within the sports field with His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, as well as His Highness Sheikh Khaled bin Hamad with the Olympic Committee. We have received all the support and all the encouragement for girls to not to limit themselves in any way, in terms of access to sports, in terms of achievement, and in terms of the type of sports that they choose to play. I think that is important, and that is why we are able to see girls and women today in various sports and achieving and raising, let's say, the awareness, global awareness on Bahrain's capabilities and Bahraini women's capabilities. So I'm honored to head the Gender Equity and Equal Opportunities Committee at the Bahrain Olympic Committee, and sitting as a board member of the Bahrain Olympic Committee. And this is complemented by the role that I have at the Supreme Council for Women, which I am very proud of, and I hope to continue to serve and continue to provide and help provide these opportunities for girls and women in Bahrain and improve the level of achievements. And none of this, of course, would have happened without the royal support, which we are thankful for. And today on Bahraini Women's Day, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Bahraini Women's Day, and thank you very much again for having me today.
Welcome back. Business and trade continue to attract women to join the labor market as it opens doors for added creativity, flexibility, and innovation within their direct line of speciality. The Kingdom of Bahrain is committed to supporting women-led startups and entrepreneurship through a variety of initiatives. The Kingdom's National Plan for the Advancement of Bahraini Women has the mandate to enable women to contribute to development, forming an equal partnership in building a sustainable, competitive community. It also has an initiative named Riyadat Financing, which is $100 million fund aimed at women majority-owned startups and SMEs. Ms. Aisha Abdulmalik, the founder of the Bahraini jewellery design company Aisha Jewels and winner of the Micro Enterprise of the Year Award at the 3rd edition of the Bahrain Award of Entrepreneurship, has one of the young Bahraini lady stories of success in the business field. To know more about it, we are pleased to be joined by Miss Aisha Abdulmalik here at the studio. Hi Aisha, and welcome to the studio with us.
Thank you so much for having me here, Aisha.
Right. First, let me start by asking you about your beginnings. You started your brand in 2014 when you were still a secondary girl student. What can you tell us about your beginning in the business field at such a young age?
So basically, the brand started as a result of Bahrain's Tamkeen's Mashrou'is program. We started in 2014. It was started as a high school project. It was just part of me finishing my high school curriculum. But then it developed into much further things, and here we are today celebrating our 10-year anniversary.
Right, congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
And if you can tell me, why did you choose jewellery design in particular, despite the high competition?
So I've always been interested in the arts. I always knew I wanted to do something that has to do with the arts. However, jewellery specifically was not on my radar, although I was always a fan of jewellery, like most women. I can't believe I can say that, but about 20 years ago, my mother used to take me shopping with her, and she was always fascinated by the jewellery, so I started to develop an appreciation to the craft. And then, as I said, we participated in the Mashrou'i competition, and after selling the first piece of jewellery we designed, I knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Right. I believe after 2 years of its establishment, Aisha Jewels was awarded the most distinguished business in Bahrain as part of the GCC First Youth Entrepreneurs Council held in Bahrain in 2016. How did that encourage you to proceed in your business?
Of course, I was very honored, and I really enjoyed the recognition at the time. And it definitely gave me a boost to move forward and to see basically, to bear the fruits of managing the academic side of my life and the entrepreneurship part.
Right. As a young entrepreneur, what can you tell us about the stages of development that you have been through?
So basically, it's funny, I'm no longer young, I'm 28, but
you're still young.
But basically when I first started, definitely there were many stages I had to go through between experimenting and understanding the field, and basically even discovering what I want to do exactly with the craft itself. As we discussed, it's a huge craft. It's been there for as long as time, for forever, basically. So it's very interesting to see what do you lean more towards and what do you appreciate most about the craft.
Right. Aisha Jewels embarked on a systematic and focused business approach to establish its place in the market. If you can tell us about how did you learn the required skills to manage it and succeed?
So basically, like we said, when I first started, I was really young. I'm really grateful, though, that I was at least wise enough to realize that listening to older people is actually a good thing and it's not deemed uncool. So I was very lucky to be supported by my father. He gave me, lots of advice on how to move forward and how to understand the business itself. My father is not in the jewellery field at all. He's a banker. But I really, I learned a lot from his experience. One of the main things he used to always tell me is that cash flow is your friend. Many businesses, they fail not because of the lack of sales, but because of the lack of cash. And it always stayed in my mind. It was always on my radar, and I appreciated that a lot.
How is that cash flow is your best friend?
So basically, you can have lots of sales, but if you don't know how to manage your cash, the movement of your cash, the flow of your cash, you will always be one step behind. So you have to plan how to spend your money before you even get it.
Right, right. And Aisha, if you can tell us your insights on the government and royal support that Bahraini businesswomen receive.
I think Bahrain is in its golden era, to be honest, with the support it gets, with the leadership of Her Royal Highness Princess Abika bint Al Khalifa. I think it's wonderful. The support Bahrainis, the talented Bahraini women are getting from the government and from the surroundings. Right.
And I believe SMEs play a major role in corporate social responsibility. What can you tell us about this?
Definitely. It's always interesting to see what the citizens themselves are coming up with. Like, Bahrain is full of local talents, talented ladies, talented women that come up with all sorts of creative ideas of how to incorporate their culture into something that's more innovative and that reflects the taste of everyone else.
Right. This brings me to my next question. Aisha, you are a winner of Micro Enterprise of the Year Award at the 3rd edition. of the Bahrain Award for Entrepreneurship. I believe you are also listed in the Forbes 30 Under 30. Yes. Tell us, what does this recognition mean to you?
Of course, it means the world. Being recognized by such prestigious awards, they give you a huge boost. They give you the reassurance that you're doing good, and that's amazing. Like, the psychological part of it is wonderful.
Right. This brings me to my last question, Aisha. If you can give us a piece of advice to young, aspiring Bahraini women who wish to become entrepreneurs.
I would say to go ahead. The world is yet to see the world from your perspective. I would definitely recommend that people would find their niche very quickly, to go ahead, basically, to start. Right. The best way to get it is to start.
So, Aisha, on the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day, what would you like to say marking this occasion?
I would just like to say that I'm really proud of all the Bahraini women. The Bahraini woman has always been a creative and innovative woman that's was always recognized, and we're very proud of each and every one.
Right. Thank you so much, Aisha, for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're actually very proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stay with us. We will be back with more right after this. Turn to Shura Council Member, Her Excellency Ms. Hala Ramzi. Hello, Ms. Hala. Marking Bahraini Women's Day, tell us about the support provided to Bahraini women to further flourish in all fields.
On the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day, which falls on December 1st and is celebrated this year under the theme Woman and a Worthy Partner in National Building, we are proud to say that Bahraini women have become deserving partners in the development process, distinguished by their exceptional abilities and high qualifications, which have earned them a remarkable national record of achievements. They have set outstanding examples of leadership, dedication, and excellence, both locally and internationally, establishing themselves as indispensable contributors to the national development journey under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and with the support of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. In this prosperous era of His Majesty the King, we've witnessed historic advancements of a strong presence of Bahraini women through a long-standing legacy of contributions across all fields. This reflects the scale of the comprehensive development witnessed by the kingdom and the level of commitment and determination demonstrated by women to achieve ambitious goals through active participation and dedicated work. Also, the active role played by the Supreme Council for Women under the leadership of Her Royal Highness Prince Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King, has been instrumental in advancing serious steps to support and empower women and integrate their needs into the government action plan. This reflects the leadership's belief in the importance of women's presence in the processes of establishing and building a society based on equality and effective partnership between men and women, which has significantly empowered Bahraini women in all fields and made them influential contributors to development. And on this occasion, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the King of the country. May God protect and preserve him. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. May God protect him. And Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King. and the chairperson of the Supreme Council of Women, may God protect her, and to all Bahraini females on this occasion of Bahraini Women's Day, and to many more achievements and excellence.
Shura Council Member Ms. Hala, Ramzi, thank you for being with us. We will be back right after this. Meanwhile, Shura Council Member Her Excellency Ms. Nancy Khedouri also highlighted the outstanding achievements and remarkable contribution of Bahraini women to the comprehensive development of Bahrain in the following statement.
On the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day, celebrated this year under the theme Women Are Worthy Partners in Nation Building, I take the opportunity to extend heartfelt congratulations to our benevolent leadership and to Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty and chairperson of the Supreme Council for Women. This annual celebration serves as a testament as to the important role of women in the Kingdom of Bahrain and is in gratitude towards their contributions in various sectors of our local society and abroad. The Shura Council always supports the advancement of Bahraini women and exercises its legislative role in enacting laws that preserve women's rights and enhances their position in political participation as a key partner in our country's development. Bahraini women have been blessed to achieve many accomplishments under the reform project of His Majesty King Hamad. Long live his reign.
On the special occasion of Bahraini Women's Day, I wish to express my sincerest gratitude and deepest appreciation for the unwavering support of the Kingdom of Bahrain's wise leadership, particularly His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince, Prime Minister, and Chairman of the Higher Committee for Energy and Natural Resources, as well as Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women. Through such dedicated support, Bahraini women had been inspired to strive for excellence and to drive additional developments and contribution to the kingdom's progress and achievements. This year, Bahraini Women's Day is celebrated under the theme Women Worthy Partners in National Building. In keeping with such theme, I wish to acknowledge the many invaluable contributions of Bahraini women and recognize their remarkable achievements in various fields, disciplines, and industry sectors. The high level of efficiency and professionalism is especially noteworthy in the healthcare sector, which has led to the significantly elevated standing of the kingdoms towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. In addition, I wish to praise the increasing emphasis being placed by the Kingdom's legislative authority with regards to elevating the status of women through various legislative reforms. These efforts aim to empower women to contribute significantly to national development and to establish such a principle as a fundamental pillar of a civilized society that recognizes and values the effort of all women whilst preserving their role in society and familial responsibilities. Lastly, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and gratitude to Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa on this distinguished national occasion.
Warm greetings to everyone. It's truly a pleasure and honor to join you in celebrating Bahraini Women's Day. This special national occasion shines a light on the remarkable achievements of Bahraini women who played in the nation's development journey. Guided by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the King of Bahrain, and supported by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister. It also reflects the profound contributions of the Supreme Council for Women, led by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King. Today, Bahrain proudly celebrates countless inspiring success stories of its women pioneers who have excelled regionally and internationally. We may mention some sectors such as space sector. Bahrain topped the UN indicators for 2024 regarding women's contribution to the space sector, ranking first in the Asia Pacific and joined third globally in women's general representation in public sector space organization, and fourth in women's leadership in a space institution. While in the sector of Business and Law Index 2024, according to the World Bank, Bahrain achieved an impressive 30.6% increase since 2018, achieving a score of 92.5% in measures related women's rights and legal frameworks that support their advancement. While in the political participation field, Bahraini women made their mark in the most recent parliamentary and municipal elections, with 48% of women voting in the November 2022 elections. 8 women were elected to the Council of Representatives, while 10 women were appointed to the Shura Council. And in the field of legislation, Bahrain has established an advanced legislative framework that ensures women are supported across various sectors. These collective efforts have cultivated an environment where women are empowered to take on national responsibilities with confidence and pride, further solidifying their role as essential pillars in achieving sustainable development. At the end, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to every Bahraini woman on this momentous occasion. Your accomplishments inspire us all and reaffirm the Kingdom's position as a global model for women's empowerment and leadership. Thank you.
The Kingdom of Bahrain remains a pioneer in championing women's rights, as it has been pressing for a greater political, economic, and social empowerment of women across all areas, based on the belief that women are a key element in the development of the country. Bahraini women have been able to confirm their status as dependable partners in the nation-building process and sustainable development. Many Bahraini women have successful accomplishments and thrived over the years in various fields that have paved their way into a vibrant society by achieving both national and international goals. Bahraini women from various generations have played a crucial role in the development of Bahrain in all aspects of public life, from politics to social development to business. They have infallibly demonstrated their energetic, comprehensive and dynamic capabilities to the world thanks to the royal and government constant support and encouragement. We would like to say thank you to every Bahraini woman who read, learned and participated in the comprehensive National Development March. This brings us to the end of our coverage today. Thank you for watching and happy Bahraini Women's Day.